Hey, how you doing? Dan here. Today I wanted to talk to you about stress because we're entering now into the party season. December is notorious for so many parties, so much social events, and of course with that comes more alcohol, later nights. Still got to hold down the family, still got to do all the business stuff, work stuff as well. And what we find is everything kind of adds on to everything else. And you'll probably find out there now, from now on, people start to get ill. Colds, flus, chest infections, and all those other things. And then their exercise drops, then they feel bad, then they put on weight, and then it's all a bit of a nightmare. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you can manage that, because we're not machines and you need to learn to be able to listen to your body. And effectively our bodies have evolved to maintain a homeostasis, an equilibrium. So for example, your body temperature maintains 37 degrees even though you step outside into the cold. Or your blood sugars are reasonably level through a sort of hormonal cascade to make sure they're not too high or too low. And effectively stress can push that out of balance a little bit, and that can cause issues of fatigue, digestive issues, sleep issues, hormonal imbalances, skin problems, you name it. Anything that's basically an ill health is linked to stress. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what that is, stress is. Yes, stress is a bad thing, but we also need stress in our lives. Without stress, we wouldn't be able to survive. Effectively, there are 6 types of stress. I'm not going to go through them, but I'll give you a couple examples. So one of them would be physical stress. Our bodies to be able to withstand gravity, lift things up, and adapt to different loads. Too much exercise, though, is bad news, and not enough exercise is bad news. So we kind of need a bit of both. There's a yin and yang thing going on. There's electromagnetic stresses. So the sun would be an example of the stress. We need to provide vitamins and minerals and energize us. Too much sun is a bad thing. So there's always 2 sides of the coin. Effectively, our nervous system, or a branch of that, is divided in 2 steps. And that's all the bits that happen automatically. So like breathing, we don't tend to think about breathing too much. And that keeps us energized. Our heart rate keeps going without us thinking. Our blood pressure keeps changing from different positions to maintain blood to go around the body. But our blood sugar levels are maintained automatically. This part of the nervous system has like a seesaw going on. I'm going to take you through this diagram. It took me ages to do this. So effectively, we have two sides of the nervous system. On this side, we have the sympathetic nervous system that speeds our kind of automatic reflexes up in our body to keep us ticking over. So that's also called the fight and flight part of the nervous system. So things that hike this side up are issues or problems with safety and security, worries about mortgage payments. Can I afford this? Can I afford that? Am I a roof over my head? Have I got a job? Etc. etc. Foods, not enough or too much food, bad quality. Love or sex or relationship problems. How many of you out there have those? Toxic environment, pollution, toxins on our skin, in our food, etc. etc. Stinking thinking is probably one of the biggest ones, which is all about being mindful about how we think. Do we worry, have anxious thoughts? Do we project in the future or the past? Are we conscious of how our thoughts make us feel? Too much exercise or not enough exercise. Too much is going to stress us out, and so is not enough exercise. So this side of the nervous system, basically, whenever exposed to those stresses, speeds things up and prepares us for stress, so that our body then adapts to that stress, so that when we effectively, a good example of this would be if you hit the gym or boot camp, you're stressing your muscles out and your nervous system out because you're asking it to do something that it hasn't done before, or a little bit harder than it has. And then you repair the next day and our body adapts to that stress, and that's how you improve your fitness. so that when you go to do it, again, it's more efficient at doing it and you can handle it. On the other side of the nervous system, we have what we call the parasympathetic nervous system, and that slows things down. That's very much linked to repairing the body. And the hormones that get released to that, growth hormone, DHEA, are linked to sleep, melatonin, testosterone, estrogen, immune system, blood sugar as well, regulation. So when we're in a relaxed and restful state, we can repair from all these kind of stresses over here. Now, as we go through our busy days and we're entering into Christmas and our load, if you like, if you imagine our bucket, this is like a big bucket here that's filling up all the different types of stress. As the accumulative kind of effect of all those stresses fill up the bucket, we have less time to repair. And that tends to then go out of balance. So the seesaw, instead of doing this, it goes, and then we tend to be sympathetically driven. And that's when we start getting symptoms of stress. So symptoms would be can't sleep, disrupted sleep, poor sleep quality, fatigue, tiredness. One of the biggest things that you can actually, and will be a relative to being stressed. Digestive issues, too quick or too slow, can't break down foods, can't get rid of them. Injuries, recurrent injuries, or not being able to recover from exercise. So if you wake up after exercise and for a few days you can't walk, all right, admittedly when you start it's like that, but if you can't recover from tweaking something, it's a sign that your body's under stress and can't repair. Hormonal disruptions, premenstrual tension, hormonal imbalances, blood sugar issues, heart rate too high, blood pressure too high, you sweat a lot, stressed, skin issues, rashes, pimples, all those kind of things are simple examples of stress. So the issue is, how do we manage the stress? Because you can't avoid it, but you can make choices around your lifestyle. And in terms of losing weight, one of the main issues is that people will put on weight as a side effect of not eating right and being stressed and not being in balance. So they think, right, I'm going to smash myself even more and take the exercise up even more. And then nothing happens and they get frustrated and they get the stinking thinking goes off. That adds to stress. And then they overdo it and overdo it and overdo it and overdo it and overdo it. And they keep punishing themselves because their diet is not right. And then effectively, they injure themselves and then it all goes wrong because they then stop exercising. It almost pushes them into resting because they're overdoing it. So what can we do to try and get this seesaw nice and balanced so it's not too high either side? Well, first of all is listen. Listen to your body and understand what it's telling you. If you're tired and fatigued, do you think it's a good idea that you should intensely exercise? See, I'm not talking myself or you out of going to boot camp or going to these exercise classes. I just want you to make sure that you're making a right choice, a mindful choice about what is best idea. So being fatigued and tired is, and listening to that is key. If you're in pain or you have digestive issues, don't just ignore it. Think, my digestion's not right at the moment. Oh, I can't sleep at the moment. I wonder why that is. And we start to think about our lifestyle choices. What time am I getting to bed? I don't go to bed till midnight. I do that 5 times a week. That's 5 hours of repair time that I'm missing out on. That's why I'm not getting injured. That's why I'm getting injured and not repairing. Or I'm not recovering from exercise. So number 1 is to start to listen to what your body's saying. Number 2, if you are tired, if you are fatigued, if you do have digestive issues, blood sugar issues, skin problems, hormonal problems, sleep problems, then your priority needs to be to rest recover, before you then go and add more stress to the bucket. So, and that might just mean instead of doing exercise on one day when you're tired, you rest and you relax. you do some kind of more restorative thing like stretching or Tai Chi or meditation or yoga or reading or walking in nature or something that's just nice and simple, taking a hot bath, listening to music. Also, number 2 is diet. So we've done a bit of quietness and resting. The other one is to be nice and to focus on your diet, because if you focus on your diet, it's stimulating this repair cycle and it's literally giving you the nuts and bolts and able to repair. So injured, digestive issues, blah, 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 diet and quiet. Number 3 is to do quality instead of quantity. Realize that you don't need to smash yourself with exercise all the time in order to get your result. You're much better off doing quality sessions. Still can do intense sessions, that's absolutely fine on the days that you don't feel fatigued and tired, but doing quality sessions rather than quantity, because all you're going to do is stimulate this side. So there we have it, going into the busy season, the party season. Don't overdo it. Listen to your body and exercise intentionally and mindfully, and making sure you're doing in tune with what your body needs, not what you think you need. Please like and share. I'd like to share this to the whole world, family, friends. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you soon at boot camp or otherwise. Take care. Bye now.